Alright, buckle up because this time, the tension between Martell Holt and Melody Shari has gone from simmering to full-on explosive. What started as subtle shade online has turned into something much darker, and fans can't stop talking about it. It's as if Martell is determined to push every single one of Melody's buttons no matter the cost. But what nobody expected was just how far he'd go to get her attention. From social media stunts to emotional manipulation, it's clear that Martell isn't just trying to co-parent, he's trying to control the narrative. But this time, the internet isn't having it. Viewers are calling him out, labeling his actions desperate, manipulative, and downright cruel. They say he's not just crossing boundaries, he's breaking them. And the more he tries to prove a point, the more it looks like he's still stuck in the past, unable to move on from the woman who left him behind. To really understand why this latest situation has people so fired up, we have to rewind because Martell and Melody's story didn't start with hate. It started with love, loyalty, and dreams that once seemed unbreakable. Before all the chaos, Martell and Melody were Huntsville's power couple. They were young, ambitious, and building an empire together. From the outside looking in, they were everything people admired: attractive, successful, and seemingly in sync. But behind those smiles was a growing storm. Melody was working hard, juggling business and motherhood, while Martell enjoyed the spotlight. The cracks started small: late nights, unexplained absences, and excuses that didn't quite add up. Melody's intuition told her something was off, but she wanted to believe in her marriage. Then came the truth: the affair. The kind of betrayal that changes everything. For years, Martell tried to justify it, painting himself as misunderstood and lonely, while the world saw Melody picking up the pieces, holding her family together with strength most people couldn't imagine. When Love and Marriage, Huntsville first aired, their dynamic became public. Viewers watched in real time as Melody's pain unfolded on screen. The cheating, the lies, the humiliation, it wasn't fiction. It was raw, real, and devastating. Still, Melody didn't let it destroy her. She walked away. She rebuilt. She poured herself into her music, her businesses, and her children. She became the very definition of grace under fire. But as Melody found peace, Martell seemed to lose control. What once looked like confidence turned into defensiveness. What once looked like love now felt like obsession. Since the divorce, Martell's every move has been questioned, not because people want to hate him, but because he keeps doing things that scream desperation. Whether it's picking fights online, shading Melody in interviews, or showing up in places he doesn't belong, it's as if he's trying to prove something to the world and to her. But here's the twist: every time Melody rises, Martell reacts. When she released her music, he made slick comments. When she won custody, he suddenly wanted to set the record straight. When she started glowing again, he began posting pictures of their children, claiming family love, the same thing he once said he wanted to protect them from. This brings us to the latest uproar, a moment that had the internet collectively shaking its head. It started with a simple video Martell posted online. On the surface, it seemed innocent: his daughter, affectionately known as Sugar Mama, running up to hug her younger brother Knox. A sweet moment between siblings. But the timing and intent behind the post turned it into something far more complicated. You see, this wasn't just any day, this was a day when, according to reports, Martell wasn't even scheduled for visitation. Fans were quick to connect the dots, pointing out that the video might have violated the strict custody agreement that limits when and how he can see the kids, and especially how they appear on social media. But even beyond the legal side, people felt the emotional manipulation. They saw it as another one of Martell's attempts to trigger Melody. After all, this was the same man who fought tooth and nail to keep the kids off TV and social media, the same man who accused Melody of exploiting their children, and yet here he was, proudly posting them when it suited his narrative. The hypocrisy didn't go unnoticed. Social media erupted with comments calling Martell out for his double standards. Some accused him of using the kids as pawns, while others said he was just desperate for Melody's attention. He can't stand seeing her at peace, one commenter wrote. Every time she's quiet, he stirs up something to bring her name back into his chaos. And maybe that's the sad truth: Martell's actions seem less about fatherhood and more about control. Because for a man who claims to want peace, he sure finds himself at the center of drama an awful lot. What nobody expected was how quickly this post would backfire. Instead of sympathy, Martell got backlash. Instead of praise, he got dragged. People started digging into court documents, reminding him that Melody has full physical custody and that public posting could have serious consequences. Some even suggested she could use this as evidence if he keeps pushing boundaries. But deeper than the legal talk was the emotional toll. Viewers could sense the frustration. How does a woman move on when her ex keeps finding new ways to provoke her? How does she stay calm when someone constantly plays victim while creating chaos? Melody's silence spoke volumes. She didn't react publicly. She didn't throw shade or post cryptic quotes. Instead, she let the internet do the talking, and they did. Fans rallied behind her, praising her maturity and reminding Martell that growth doesn't happen through revenge. It happens through accountability. But here's where things get even messier. Behind the scenes, insiders claim Martell has been struggling financially, emotionally, and professionally. Since his split from Melody, his brand has taken hit after hit. Business opportunities have slowed down. His relationships with cast members on Love and Marriage, Huntsville have fractured. Once viewed as a central figure, he's now seen by many as the cause of constant tension on the show. At one point, it seemed like Martell was trying to repair his image. He started attending therapy, spoke about co-parenting, and even appeared to make amends with some of his castmates. But that progress didn't last long. Every time things seemed to calm down, he'd make a move that reignited the drama, like the infamous Halloween video, the Instagram lives, or the thinly veiled digs aimed at Melody. What many fans noticed is that Martell's public behavior mirrors the private issues Melody once talked about: control, manipulation, and emotional inconsistency. When she left him, she didn't just walk away from a marriage. She walked away from a pattern. And that's what makes this so emotional for viewers. It's not just reality TV drama. It's a reminder of how some people struggle to accept when someone chooses peace over chaos. Melody's growth has been visible. She's glowing, focused, and thriving, while Martell's every move feels reactive, as if he's watching her success from the sidelines, unable to handle it. It's heartbreaking in its own way, because once upon a time, Martell and Melody built everything together. But now, it's as if the more she heals, the more he unravels. The public sees the contrast. Melody posts positivity, faith, and gratitude. Martell posts subtle shade, cryptic captions, or digs that seem directed at his ex. He's often defensive in interviews, framing himself as misunderstood, but his actions tell a different story. And this most recent video, the one that sparked the uproar, feels like another chapter in a long cycle of provocation and denial. But here's the question everyone's asking: what is Martell really hoping to achieve? Is it love? Is it revenge? Or is it simply attention? Because if his goal was to show that he's a devoted father, there are better ways to do it. Quietly. Consistently. Without violating agreements or stirring online chaos. But if the goal was to remind Melody and the world that he's still around, well, mission accomplished. But at what cost? The emotional impact of all this can't be ignored. For Melody, it's a constant battle to protect her peace while raising her children in the spotlight. She's already endured public humiliation, heartbreak, and endless scrutiny. Every time Martell makes a move like this, it threatens to reopen old wounds, not just for her, but for their kids. Imagine being a mother who fought so hard for stability, only to see your ex create chaos for likes and validation. Imagine trying to shield your children from negativity while the other parent keeps bringing it online. That's what makes fans so protective of Melody. They've watched her evolve from a woman in pain to a woman in power, and they don't want to see her dragged back into the mess she escaped. And as for Martell, the sadness in his story lies in his refusal to truly let go. Because deep down, there's a part of him that probably still loves Melody, still misses the family they once had. But instead of healing, he's channeling that pain into competition and control. The internet sees it for what it is: desperation disguised as pride. The more he tries to prove that he's winning, the more it looks like he's losing himself. And so we're left with the same pattern repeating itself. Melody moves forward. Martell reacts. She stays quiet. He posts something provocative. The internet erupts. The cycle continues. But maybe, just maybe, this latest situation will finally make him realize something, that peace can't be forced, and attention doesn't equal love. That real growth happens in silence, not through stunts or social media games. For Melody, this is another reminder of how far she's come. Once, she would have been pulled into the drama. Now, she's standing tall, protecting her energy, and focusing on what matters most: her kids and her purpose. And that's the real victory. Because no matter how many times Martell tries to trigger her, the truth is she's no longer reacting. She's responding with silence, and that silence speaks louder than any post, any caption, or any video he could ever make. The internet can see it too. Every comment, every like, every fan defending her is proof that people recognize the difference between healing and hurting, between peace and manipulation. And maybe one day, Martell will see it too. Maybe he'll understand that the best way to show strength isn't by provoking your past, it's by building your future. Until then, the saga continues, the internet keeps talking, and the world keeps watching. Because when it comes to Martell Holt and Melody Shari, one thing is certain: peace may be what she found, but chaos still seems to follow him wherever he goes. And this time, everyone sees it for what it really is: not love, not co-parenting, not family bonding. Just a man still fighting the woman who stopped fighting for him a long time ago. In the end, this situation isn't just about Martell Holt posting a video or trying to prove a point, it's about a man still struggling to accept that the chapter with Melody Shari is over. His attempts to pull her into conflict only highlight the peace she's chosen to protect. While he moves with impulse, she moves with purpose. And that's what sets them apart. The internet can see the difference between someone seeking attention and someone walking in healing. Melody's silence isn't weakness, it's power. It's the kind of strength that doesn't need validation. Maybe one day, Martell will understand that peace can't be forced, and love can't be manipulated. Until then, Melody will keep shining, her calm becoming the loudest response to the chaos that follows him. Because sometimes, the real victory isn't revenge, it's freedom.